Okay. Now, compounds that have a ring of 5 or 6 members with nitrogen as one of those members are called heterocycles. You may hear this term. We're not going to use it a whole lot. Here is a heterocycle that my smokers know about. Nicotine. This class of drugs are called alkaloids. They contain heterocyclic nitrogen, right? So here's our heterocyclic MOX. This is actually, right, dual heterocyclic compound. And alkaloids are antidepressants, they're stimulants, and they're all habit forming, right? If you're a smoker, you know that you're addicted to nicotine probably, right? You addicted?
Yes.
Very difficult to give up, right? I'm not judging you because I'm addicted to alkaloids as well. I'll show
It's
you
hard to
one.
get rid of. That's right.
Huh? They're all hard to get rid of because they're so addictive, right? Because they increase your adrenaline, right? And that's makes you feel good. So your body's saying, hey, don't stop doing that. I feel good when you do it. So you keep smoking, right? I'm not judging you. I'm addicted to an alkaloid as well. I'll show you mine in a minute.
Is it a soft drink?
That's my alkaloid of choice.
I don't like caffeine.
Well,
Good with nicotine.
I choose to use caffeine instead of nicotine. At least my lungs will be okay for a while, right? They both have their side effects, right? How do I know I'm addicted? Because when I stop, I get incredible headaches. Y'all wouldn't want me to be in class when I stop.
I had a teacher, like in middle school, a family friend who was trying
Stop.
to, it was really bad.
Yeah, it's a stimulant, just like nicotine is. Stimulates adrenaline production. You know, it's found in coffee, tea, chocolate, all soft drinks have, or most soft drinks. Sprite, 7-Up, they don't have caffeine. Right? Sun drop. You would?
So my mom gets ill when she doesn't have her caffeine.
Yeah.
Why
Just
she
imagine if you were
tries
around her when she stopped smoking. Same thing. That's why smokers get irritated too. All right. Well, I hope nobody in here is addicted to this alkaloid. Morphine or codeine. The plant on the right is a poppy plant. What they do is before it blooms, they go and they score that bloom bud, and then they collect the sap from it, and then they process it, and they isolate morphine and codeine from it. Okay? Heroin. Okay? Morphine is used in drug industry, right?
Yes.
Normally, you only see morphine given to these days because it's so powerful and so addictive. You normally, in today's world, you only see morphine given to patients that are terminally ill. You rarely see morphine given to people that are not really, really, really sick. Stage 5 cancer people. Take some morphine, you're going to die anyway. Okay? Sorry, it's true, but if they give you morphine, you're in bad trouble normally. Okay? Yeah, look at the difference between morphine and codeine. Very small difference. The hydroxyl group up at the top is replaced with what? An ether group up there. Okay. Morphine used to be legal, right? Anybody watch the movie Tombstone? What did she drink? What did Wyatt Earp's wife drink? What was the medication she took all the time? They used to call it laudanum back in the Old West, right? It was actually not just in the Old West, it was all over. But back in the 1800s, early 1900s, morphine was perfectly legal. You could just walk into your drugstore and buy it.
And you could just drink it?
Yeah, they drank it.
Oh my god.
And it just made you like sleepy or made you feel better? Like
It makes you sleepy.
It makes you sleepy, but it numbs you. It's a numbing agent. It gives you a high. Most of these drugs give you some sort of high. I don't know if you've ever taken any strong painkillers. I mean, I've had bad back problems. I've taken Vicodin in my life for back problems, and you just really don't care.
I make morphine.
You just lay there and you're just like, yeah, it's all good. I don't care. You feel like you're on a cloud. You're just like, and that's the high that these people are chasing when they're doing this stuff. Yeah. Some people are more sensitive than other people to some of these drugs. If you've never had them before and you give small doses, have big effects on you. The more you take it, the more the receptors get bonded, and it takes more and more to do the same thing. That's why people get addicted. It's chasing that
Opium made the
feeling.
same way?
Yep, very similar way. We're not gonna worry about that. Before that, amides, last little section, amides. Amides are versions of amines, except that look at where the nitrogen is. What is the nitrogen next to? Don't worry about this part over here. What's the nitrogen next to? It's next to a carbonyl carbon, right? See this carbon right here? When you have a carbonyl carbon next to an amine, it's called an amide. Okay? So we have amines and amides, just like we had ethers and esters, right? Now you have amines and amides. Amides are kind of like a derivative of a carboxylic acid and an amine, right? If you think about replacing this with this is a carboxylic acid, this is an amide. The hydroxyl group's been replaced with the amine group. We're not going to worry about making them. We're not going to worry about naming them. Urea is a very simple amide. What does your body do with urea? It excretes it. Why does it excrete urea?
Because it's a metabolic waste.
It's a metabolic waste. What are you trying to get rid of? What does it have two of in it? Two nitrogens, right? Your body needs some nitrogen to make stuff, but you eat a lot more nitrogen than you need, right? Your body's getting rid of that extra nitrogen. Urea is very efficient because it has two nitrogen atoms on it. If your body's not real good at getting rid of urea, you can store uric acid. If you ever hear of somebody that has gout, you ever heard of gout? They store, instead of urea excreting it, they're storing uric acid. So it has extra hydrogens on here, and it can crystallize in your joints, hands, normally in their hands or feet. Feet is very commonplace to have gout, right? Barbiturates are forms of, see, I told you we were talking a lot about drugs today. Look at this guy here. It's an amide. This is phenobarbital, and that's pentobarbital. Okay? They're both amides, and these guys are sedatives. Okay? Put you to sleep. So not just makes you happy, makes you be on a cloud, let's put you out.
So it's like for surgeries.
For surgeries, yeah. But if you get your hands on it and you can use it, very addictive as well, right?
Isn't phenobarbital used for epilepsy?
For what?
Epilepsy?
I think it is. In small doses, very small doses, I think. So they can also be, amides can be aspirin substitutes. Here is acetaminophen. Here's our amide molecule. The common thing, I'm not addicted to acetaminophen, but I take large amounts of it, probably more than I'm supposed to. But my knees hurt a lot, okay? So I take, when you guys get into that med, you'll learn about NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, aspirin and Tylenol. Tylenol is acetaminophen. They're not steroids. We won't even get to talk about steroids, but they are non-steroidal and they're anti-inflammatory. So I try to keep the inflammation in my knees down by taking some Tylenol. We're not going to worry about acid hydrolysis or base hydrolysis. I think we're done. Done. So I'll have the homework up for these last three chapters, hopefully tomorrow before lunch, okay? How's that? Fair enough?
Fair enough.
See you guys on Wednesday.
Just a random question.
Hey, did you
Does
pass
the
around
grade
the sign-up
from-
sheet?
I didn't.
You did?
Don't worry about it.
Is the grade from this class and our lab like combined again?
All in one. You'll get the same grade for both.
Really? The same grade, so if I just get a 90 for my lab, would it be a 90 for this class?
No.
Is this
It's a weighted average. It's a weighted average. Class counts like 80%, lab counts like 20%, right?
Darn it.